Alright, guys and gals, this is Northman, and I'm here with some more medieval engineers. And I am sad to say that I had some problems where basically the physics engine didn't like something I did and went haywire, and my old castle that I was working on kind of disappeared, and then it autosaved. So, I bring you my new work. Now, this is still way work in progress. But as you can see, I've done quite a bit of laying out with the voxel commands and everything to kind of get a basic idea of how I want this to look and feel. So right off the bat, you see I got ramps and these step place areas going up, and what this is going to be is housing and stuff out here, like a village. Excuse me. And over here, I'm kind of creating a cliff face and whatnot, so I can have more housing and whatnot over here. Build a full village here, and then we got this massive wall going along here. And what I'm going to show you is the front. So at the front, I like these gates. They look so nice. So we got a gate, a portcullis. Yeah, I think that's right. And then another gate. So we got a little bit of redundancy there. And then you come in here, and as you can see, there's flying plants. I had to dig this down some as well to get it to be how I want it to be. We're going to have a dirt courtyard here, and some housing and whatnot up over here possibly. But most of this is just going to be main courtyard and areas such as that. On the wall, we're actually making it in a hollow wall, so we can have barracks and whatnot all throughout here. I'm going to probably add windows along the outside there. And then up here, we have our wall, top of the wall, where, you can see down at the gate and see out into the valley here, which actually this is meant to be. So this one lines up somewhat toward the right edge of that one. Oh, and we got someone running around. So you can see out quite a bit further and whatnot from up here, and that one's just the main roadway. And then over here is kind of the opposite. The site is pretty overlapping with that one, but you can see down directly over here and whatnot, and have another angle of the doorway, so if there's a battering ram or something. Over here we have another tower, which I was having issues with. This is the first tower design I did, and it is actually an internal one where you can walk up the stairs to get to the top. And I was trying to cover it up, but everything kept collapsing. So still got to figure out what I want to do with that. Over here, I'm going to flatten this all out, level it out so it's about the same height as the stone wall over there. Just level this out, and then have a walkway up to here, which leads out to a very small field. So the idea of this is being that it would be somewhat self-sufficient, get water from a spring or something, and be able to grow its own crops to an extent. As you can see, this would be a very small field, but it offers some area for that. Or I could turn it into a giant garden, something. But I wanted to wall that off and make it into its own thing. And then, yeah. And then we have this wall being built around. I still need to do a ton of stuff to this. Extend it out, make it so it's got the internal structure of the one over there, which I still need to do that one. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to on that one just because it's such a short stretch, but it's probably worth it to do it anyways. And then here will be the back gate. and then the wall will come over here and come up, and we'll have a higher wall right here with a couple towers. Now, I'm going to pull up my integrity view here, and you're going to see that these are mostly foundation blocks. And the reason that is because I had to make sure these will stand by themselves for the most part. I think when I put that one in, it was, or no, that one in, it was standing entirely by itself, but there was a lot of very dark colors there, so I wanted to make it somewhat stable. So I put a core of um, like dirt all the way up through it. This one, I don't think I did that with. No, I didn't. And it's a much shorter one, but you can see that you start to get some really dark colors as you're working your way up that tower. So the idea was just to make this a little bit stronger and able to stand on its own, so we can make a bit more grandiose castle. Now, I did the same thing through here. There's two columns coming up, and then one going across, and then we have a column down the center of this. That's why most of this is a light green. And over here, you can see I didn't do that, just because it's mostly all hollow. So I would have to go through and make a column that would fit appropriately. But I want to give an update on what I'm now working on in Medieval Engineers because, like I said, there was issues on the last one and it all went to shit. So I think this is going to be quite a bit better project. Anyways, it's a little bit bigger, well, quite a bit bigger, but it also feels just like it. It's a little bit more going to be more accurate to the way one would have been laid out. Granted, it's much bigger than most castles would have been made, but it is what it is. I know there's a lot of small castles throughout the countryside in Europe and whatnot, and that were just like a couple towers and a main uh, column with some walls around them. But I kind of like the idea of like the giant fantasy castles, and that's kind of where this got its inspiration from. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. If you guys want to see anything specific made or like a certain idea that you'd like to see incorporated in this, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you guys are enjoying the series, leave a like and subscribe to see more. This is Northman. Have a good one.